What is good, Tesla family? It's Ray J back with another video. And in this one, I wanted to break down what's going on with Tesla, SPY, NVDA, the QQQ, and a couple of other tickers. I'm also going to talk about Palantir as I got a lot of requests to talk about it and how the charts are looking. But before breaking things down, all this information, before I get into any more details, let me just mention that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link, which is down below and in the description. If you sign up for Moomoo, deposit $100 into the account, you are guaranteed up to 5 free stocks. If you deposit $1,000, you're guaranteed up to 15 free stocks, and the offer ends very soon. Anyways, now let's talk about Tesla. Tesla's been on a very, very nice uptrend. It's actually trying to break some key resistance levels, and this thing has potential to break out. We're going to be watching to see where it closes. I'll be breaking down more details about Tesla in just a couple of minutes, but let's first talk about the news and also Palantir stock. So I just want to mention that for earnings for today, we have Pinterest coming out after the market closes alongside Expedia and just a couple of others. We also have a firm after that. And then when the market ends up opening, or before market open on Friday, we have PepsiCo and just a couple of others. So if you're interested in playing any of these, it's your choice. You could make some big money. If you don't want to play them, it's up to you as well. Always be careful with implied volatility and always manage risks, not financial advice. But anyways, what else is going on with the markets? We had some data come out. The 4-week and 8-week bill auctions are aligned with expectations. And besides that, we have Barkin giving a speech and not much else from there. Now, what's going on with Palantir? I know I'm getting a lot of requests to be talking about it. The answer is it's looking quite good right now. So the stock jumped 19% as AI demand has basically helped it to beat on revenue. I talked about this actually on Monday, but I didn't really talk as much about the details about the share price. So I do apologize for that. I know a lot of people want me to talk more about that, so I will do that right now because there's still so much more to be talking about. Basically, they beat on, or at least EPS was as expected, but they beat on revenue. Revenue in the fourth quarter increased 20% to 608 million from 508 million from a year ago. On top of this, the full year guidance came in roughly in line with Wall Street's estimates, which is good news for them. And they also mentioned that, and this is what the CEO said, that their expansion growth has never been greater. So with the AI development, the strength of their software, surging demand, good earnings, strong guidance, that's amazing for any company out there. Good for Palantir, good earnings, good growth. I'm very excited for the company. So let's break down some key levels before I start talking about Tesla and the others, just real quick for Palantir. So the thing about Palantir is this is looking bullish. We're fighting this resistance, and we have a rising wedge that's forming. Don't worry so much about this just yet. I would say that it's better to just look at the levels. We're fighting 25 as a strong resistance. If we break this, we have a gap to fill in the 26s, 26.2. And if we break that, our next target is going to be up to 28. This is where we got a rejection historically, so I'll be watching for another push to be coming. The watch 25 is a very, very key resistance. We need to hold above that or even try to close above that to turn more bullish. If we end up breaking down watch support at this yellow trend line, then 23.75 to 23.5, that range right here is going to be our support. If we lose this, then this thing is going to be coming back down for a little retracement. I just want to give you guys a warning about that. So what do I think is going to happen? How is the share price looking in my view? The answer is, well, if you zoom out, look, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and another higher high. So it's uptrending. It's very strong. There's no sign of it breaking yet. So there's no reason to turn bearish right now because it's continuing to break resistance. This is a very, very strong uptrend. It's not done just yet. And it could easily continue this uptrend as time goes on. So it looks bullish. We just have to see if it could break 25. If we do so, watch for that gap fill at 26, then 28 as our next target. And above 28, we're going to be pushing up to like the 30s. It looks bullish right now, holding up nicely. This is favoring the bulls, so watch it very, very carefully for the people out there who are excited. It looks like it has a nice setup. Now, what about for Tesla? How is Tesla looking in my opinion? Tesla looks bullish overall as well. We have a nice inverse head and shoulders like structure. We talked about this previously, but I mentioned today that Tesla might drop and then bounce and just kind of chop a little bit in this range. That is close to what happened. We did manage to try to break above this 190 area for some time, but we're still kind of shuffling in this range. Now, if we could try to close above 190 or even break above it, Tesla's going to be blasting off to 192.5 and eventually get close to 194 plus. So there is potential in Tesla to continue to push. For support, make sure you watch 188 to 187.5. If we lose this, 186 is coming, then 184 and 182.5. Overall, Tesla's on a very, very nice uptrend. It's been making higher highs and higher lows. It's holding up nicely, but watch that resistance at 190. Let's see if Tesla could close above that. Even if we close below it, we're going to be fine, but I want to see if we could close above it. If Tesla could do that, it's going to be even stronger. So could Tesla make explosive moves to the upside? The answer is yes, but we have to be watching that 190 resistance close. Let's see how we close, and we'll see how well Tesla holds. Overall, not bad from Tesla. How about SPY? How is SPY looking in my opinion? The answer is pretty good because SPY is still very, very close to 498. It's been shuffling around here all day, basically consolidating. If we break it, watch 498.5 essentially. If you break that, 499 is coming. 500 and 501 are going to be our next targets. This is still holding up nicely, still consolidating. We could still get a breakout, especially because of the fact that we have, right here, we have over 875,000 of the puts expiring. So wouldn't be surprised if they try to squeeze shorts again. But I'm going to talk more about that later. To turn bearish, you need to see this thing basically lose 497. If we lose that, our next target will be down here at essentially 496. We have to lose it where this previous resistance was for this thing to come down to 494. So far, it's nowhere close to 494. It's still holding up nicely. This is favoring the bulls, still holding up nicely. And we'll be watching to see where it closes. It is shuffling around the 498 area, but it could break out later on. For Tesla, not Tesla, sorry, for the QQQ, the QQQ is still looking pretty good right now because it is uptrending very nicely. We actually got a break below the yellow trend line, broke above it, and now we're just hovering above it. We're retesting it right now, but it's not looking too bad. It's still holding up quite nicely above 432. And as long as we hold above that, we're going to be fine. If we lose that, we're going to be looking at support at 431. If we lose that, then 429 is likely going to come, and 427. For resistance, if we hold in this 433 range, look for it to attempt to hold this yellow trend line and eventually push up to 433. If we break above this resistance in the 433s right here, 434 and 435 are going to be our next targets, this range right here, resistance. Overall, the QQQ is still favoring the bulls, making higher highs and higher lows, and it's holding up very, very nicely. So we'll see how well it does. Why is it holding up nicely? One of the reasons is because of NVIDIA. NVIDIA is looking pretty good. So we have a cup and handle like formation, unless this is a trap. We need to see a confirmation breakout. We haven't really done that yet at the 710 area. If we break that, we're going to be looking for a bigger push. If we break down, watch 700 as our key support. And if we lose that, we're going to be sinking towards like 690. Overall, NVIDIA is looking bullish with this nice cup and handle like structure. And there's a good chance it may attempt to break out more, but we have to look for confirmation of this breakout in the 710s for us to get that bigger push. We haven't done so yet, so wait and see how it goes. And overall, we're looking pretty good on NVIDIA. So nice cup and handle, nice formation, nice pattern, but we need confirmation for a breakout. We haven't gotten that yet, so we'll see if NVIDIA could achieve that. And overall, the pattern looks bullish, technically speaking. We just don't have the breakout yet, and we're going to wait and see if we get it. Okay, so let's see if NVIDIA could at least hold 700. I want to see it hold above that. I want to see if it could break the all-time high again. If we do so, we're going to be looking for a much bigger push, and this is going to help the QQQ. This is going to be very, very important for the QQQ in my opinion. So watch it very, very carefully. And then for Apple, Apple is very, very decent right now. It has come down to 188. I did call some downside on Apple yesterday. If you guys watched my video, I even said this morning Apple might test 188 in shuffle, and that's what's been going on essentially. So watch resistance at 189.3, 190.5. If we lose 188, watch this wick right here. It's like 187.5 area and then 186.5. To turn bearish, you want to lose 186.5. To turn bullish, you want to break above 190.5. Otherwise, we're just going to shuffle in this range, which I think Apple is going to do for the time being. So we'll see which way it goes. There's a head and shoulders like structure that could be bearish, but we're still holding support, so we have to see confirmation. So I am a little bit apprehensive with Apple. Please be very careful, guys. We'll see what it does. Otherwise, just watch it kind of shuffle around here. That is it for the main ones I talk about. Just a couple of others real quick. What else is there? Palantir still fighting 25, looking pretty good. Carvana trying to push to 52, looking pretty good as well on a slight uptrend. It already pumped so much, so now it's just slowly getting higher, but looking pretty good so far. And on top of this, I just want to call out what else is there. We also had Coinbase. Make sure you watch the 4-hour 200 EMA. That's acting as resistance around this 132.36 area. So watch the 132s as resistance. If we break this, we could push higher. If we fail to do so, we could just shuffle around here. It's already up so much, so don't expect it to just make insane moves. So watch and see that resistance. Besides that, I think that's pretty much it for the video. So With that being said, guys, thank you for listening. SPY is continuing to shuffle. We're gonna see if Tesla could close above 190 or not. And I'm gonna be very, very patient for the rest of the day. Don't forget about the earnings I talked about and get ready for tomorrow. It's gonna be Friday. Fridays are fun days. So get ready, do what you have to do, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you and peace out.